From my Instagram comments, I got a question of what is the most memorable survivor moment for me. That's really not something I can answer satisfactorily for you, probably. Survivor itself is an experience difficult to communicate. Even though you as viewers watch it, it is powerful in ways that are truly difficult to get across to folks who haven't similarly found themselves stressed and facing opportunity at the same time in ways that Survivor conflates. I'll give you an example. After high school, right at the end of high school, my physics teacher had a program called Horizon Bound, in which he brought troubled teens and normal teens, tell me what the difference is, together and into the wilderness. So he went to Maine and spent time hiking the Appalachian Trail, canoeing the West Penobscot River, rappelling off the mountain, climbing Mount Katahdin. Some stressful and very, very exciting exercises for weeks at a time in a single period. And these kids, my being one of them, luckily, had never done things like this for as long. Never mind, in doing them, had to rely on one another in ways that teens just weren't prepared to do. I was, learning who I was at the time, figuring out who I wanted to be and what it meant to be that person that I am in connection with and around these others who were different and choosing to become different people, all in the midst of it happening. What a powerful, indescribably powerful experience, life-altering, such that when I won Survivor, I got that charity from my physics teacher, kept the name Horizon Bound, and went out to restart the exact same thing. Because it's something I feel changed my life in such a positive way. And that time period in the late teens, when folks, boys and girls, are becoming men and women and becoming the people they never even knew they could be, this was an opportunity to expose them to realness in ways that they never had been before. Survivor, as odd as this sounds, with all of the cameras and the money and the rest of it, is the adult version of that. Many of the participants who end up on Survivor end up there never having been challenged in these ways, being kind of coddled, even if their lives were tough, coddled by the physicality of how we live in this American culture. We turn on the water tap if we want a drink. We go to the grocery store, or we don't even leave the house if we want food. We move a few buttons on our phone. It's crazy. And so the contrast causes all kinds of emotional turmoil and intellectual exploration that is, what I say, priceless. I actually think it's more valuable than anything else you can do to expose yourself, to challenge yourself in ways that cause you to understand what's real better. I've written about, and you hear me say all the time, reality matters. Reality, what's true, matters, or it should. And this is an opportunity for people to figure that out. What is the reality of who they are? This crap about my truth and your truth and somebody else's truth is preventing us as a society from both experiencing and respecting the value of there being something that is true. We don't have our own truths. When somebody tells you, live your own truth, do this, they're missing the point. You don't have the opportunity to do that. You can only live according to what your perspective of what's true is. It's not your own truth. There is a truth, what is true, and then there's your perspective of it. These experiences, those that I talked about at Horizon Bound, and those, believe it or not, participants experience in Survivor, challenge we individuals to learn more and more and more about what's true, giving us the tools to maintain an awareness of reality and live in improved ways, or in ways we decide to live based on how we've learned about reality. It's priceless. I hope you've come to understand how important it is for me to share with you as fully as I'm able in ways that I hope help you understand me and where I'm coming from. But what I was really doing in all of this was trying to answer the question, what's most important to me? What was one of the most memorable experiences of my time on Survivor? And I couldn't do it because there are so many. We would spend the next hour and a half of my trying to explain to you each of the different, sometimes very subtle, but shockingly impactful moments that are truly, truly impactful in ways that other things in life just aren't. From a letter from a close friend that causes me to connect with emotions that I'd forgotten were there, to an experience catching a shark by hand, to an experience in intimate communication with Gretchen in the first season, a day before I had to then vote her out, knowing that my goal was to win the game, and knowing, or hoping, that Gretchen was sufficiently bright to know that when the game was over, I'd want to continue that connection. It's all, and there are many, many more, but it's all amazing. 80% of you who are listening to these videos have not subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe. Just hit the subscription button and hit the notification button, and you'll be informed when I have another video up for you to listen to. After you've subscribed, comment. Comment positively, comment negatively. No holds barred. Just say what you're thinking. That's what will make our exchange even more valuable. As I'm able, I'll create new videos responsive to that commentary. So like away, or dislike, on that rare occasion you may feel the need to do so. But either way, thank you.